man, it's been a minute, man. Tonight's the night, though, man. Tonight is the night, man. And I don't know, man. I went with Crawford on MGM. I said, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? Put a slight change on this shit. And the odds are not really. The odds ain't crazy odds, man. Plus 150, Crawford, you know what I'm saying, minus 150 Canelo. So it's like, they know it's gonna be a tough fight, man. And I feel like, to me, this fight is gonna be a battle of footwork. And what I mean by that is, can Canelo be able to cut off the ring? That's one thing. Keep Crawford, if Crawford decides to move, keep Crawford, in certain places, and be able to land, effective body shots or whatever. Will he be able to cut off the ring and stop Crawford from moving around? Two, also the switching. Every time, a southpaw in an orthodox fight, there's always tripping up, stepping on feet, headbutts, things like that. A lot of that could take place in this fight. One headbutt could change this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's on Canelo. The same with Crawford, but, Crawford's ability to, switch stances, that's a key. That's going to be key too, because Canelo has to show footwork to be able to, restrict the movements on both sides, southpaw and orthodox. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see how who comes in prepared with the footwork. And then Crawford, he's not a runner. He's not going to just move around the ring either, but he will move to set up shots. So I think with an aggressive Canelo, he can land something, particularly if he gets a headbutt or two, or they get the clinching and heads clash and there's a cut. I could see this fight being stopped, man. If Crawford can, pour it on one or two times, man. Like, it's gonna be a good fight, man. On the flip side, though, like Crawford, he does tend to get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? With good, clean shots you don't see coming. So sometimes, it is a boxing match. You're gonna get touched, man. You're gonna get hit. But he gets hit with some good, clean shots. You can't afford to get hit clean with Canelo. Canelo's a strong puncher. So he's gonna have to tighten that defense up, man. And how he had it with Spence, his defense was tight with Spence. Sometimes people rise to the occasion, when they got a big opponent in front of them. Sometimes they don't fight up to their expectations when they're fighting mediocre competition, man. Like, so we'll see what happens, because both of them guys didn't look like a version of themselves of the past in their last fights. They both looked like they were vulnerable. Canelo had trouble cutting off the ring. Crawford had trouble figuring out Majimov style, tricky, and that's another thing. Canelo has tricks. He ain't just a one-dimensional fighter, man. Like, he can box. So, like with Spence, that Spence fight, Spence, obviously, people say he wasn't right. He didn't look right in that fight. And, two, I think that knockdown really fucked his confidence up, because I don't think he was prepared to go down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was hurt. I just think he was more stunned, like, oh shit, and then embarrassed. And I think with him trying to get that get back, it took him out of his game. So we'll see what happens, man. This is a tough fight, man. You know, Crawford is an accurate puncher. Canelo's a great counter puncher and a great pressure fighter. So this is looking up to be some serious fireworks, man. It's gonna be some serious fireworks, man. I don't see this fight going the distance, man. But it's why we watch, like my man says, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm gonna go with Crawford. You know, possibly by stoppage. You know, I think that there's gonna be some type of clash of heads or something that causes a cut. And I think that if he can pour it on Canelo in the mid to late rounds, when his cut happens, he can get a stoppage. With that being said, man, Many Face Publishing, I'll be back in a little bit. We're gonna talk some more about a lot of current events that's happening today, man. You know, and also I wanted to say this, right? I almost forgot about that fight before I go. You know, I was listening to, you know, a couple of podcasts, and some brothers are like, you know, yeah, you know, when you're fighting Canelo, you know, the refs you already got 3 rounds in the bank. I think the brother Blue Blood said that, man, and you know, it was challenged by manager Marty. He challenged it like, you know, how do you know that and stuff like that, and you know, where's your evidence? Now, I wouldn't say my opinion on that, right? I wouldn't say Canelo has 3 rounds in the bank. I wouldn't say that also that he pays these judges that score on the fight. I wouldn't say that. But I would say that there's been a lot of questionable decisions and scoring when it comes to Canelo Alvarez fights. For one, Floyd Mayweather. Who in their right mind saw a draw out of that fight? We all witnessed Floyd beat the brakes off Canelo, man. School and embarrass him. And for somebody to have it 114, 140, be out of your fucking mind. The Erislandy Lara fight, very questionable. A lot of people feel like Lara outboxed him and beat him. The Austin Trout fight was very close. But I don't think that was a robbery. I think the knockdown saved him. The Triple G first fight was a clear robbery. I gave Canelo like 3 or 4 rounds tops. Clear robbery. That Cotto fight, he won, you know, but that was a good fight too. That was a very close fight. The Shane Mosley fight, you could say he won that fight. It was very, very close too. The Triple G second fight, a lot of people felt Triple G won that, even though that was a lot closer than the first fight. The first fight, I thought Triple G won by a landslide. I thought he won at least 7 to 8 rounds in that fight. Didn't get the decision. So, you know, you had, who else you had? Bivol, somebody had it 7 rounds to 5. Bivol beat the brakes off Canelo, man. Like, I never gave Canelo more than 2 or 3 rounds in that fight. So, I don't understand the scoring when it comes to this guy. You know, but he gets the benefit of the doubt, it seems, when it comes to these decisions by these judges, man. So we'll see, man. I mean, like, we'll definitely see. So I get what Blue was saying, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not 3 rounds, but there's definitely been some questionable scorecards when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, man. But, you know, like I said, man, it's gonna be an interesting fight. It's tough to predict, man. Many Face Publishing, yo, I'm out, man. Peace.